Hi there, it's Susan here from Gratitude, Inspiration and Happiness. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is gratitude and being thankful for water. Now, living in Scotland, we have, dare I say it, some of the best water in the world, and we probably have lots and lots and lots more water than many places in the world because it rains all the time, which means our lochs and our mountains constantly running with water. But not everywhere in the world is quite that fortunate. So because we have an abundance of it, we tend to take it for granted. We're a bit complacent about it. And I just thought I would ask you to take a moment as you wake up in the morning and as you go to the loo and you have a flushing toilet. You perhaps go for a shower where you have both hot and cold running water. You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, you have water to do all of these things. And you come downstairs, or if you don't have stairs, you go to your kitchen and you perhaps put water in the kettle, boil it up, maybe have a glass of water. Now, our bodies need water to survive. They can go for quite a long time without food, actually, contrary to popular belief, but we can't go without water. And as I said, we take it for granted, and we forget that there are people in the world who don't have access. They might have hot water, they might have cold water, but they don't have hot water. They might not have water coming into their homes. They might have to walk for quite some considerable distance through dangerous terrain to collect water. The water that they collect may not be clean, may make them ill, may even, they may even die as a result of drinking it. So how lucky are we? And water is a fascinating thing because there have been experiments done around water where they take two bottles and they put a happy, cheerful label with a positive word on the label, and then they take the same water but in a different bottle and they put a negative label, something, a sad face, or, some sort of symbol that represents something dangerous, for example. And they leave the two bottles sitting, and the bottle with the negative label actually changes. You can see the colour of the water, changing, discolouring. And that's to do with the negative energy that surrounds that bottle as a result of the label that's been put on it. And if you think about it, when I was growing up, I was always told you had to talk to your plants. And I always thought it was to do with, what you were breathing out going into the plants that would, if you were up close and personal with them, it replenished them. But actually, it's not to do with that at all. It's to do with the positive energy that you are putting onto that plant in the same way putting it onto the bottle of water. So it is fascinating to think about it. And a lovely story about this as well. There's a programme on Netflix. There's a couple of series of it, and they're called the Kindness Diaries. And the first one, he went round the world in a yellow motorbike with a wee sidecar, an ancient thing, kept breaking down. But that was all part of the charm because he met people as a result of it. And he was a multi-millionaire, but he went round the world purely on the kindness of others. So he took no money with him, and he had to ask for fuel for his bike, food to eat, and a place to stay at night. And, it's his adventures as that was happening, which was fascinating. The second series, he went from North America right the way down to the bottom. And on that journey, he stopped off at an orphanage where they put him up. And he noticed the kids, they had no shoes, etc. And they drank from a tap in the wall. And when he went to go and take a drink from the tap in the wall, they rushed to stop him because it would make him ill. The water wasn't clean, and he was given bottled water. And this, he was floored by this actually, because knowing the water was unclean and could make the kids sick, but they wouldn't let him drink from it. So that was his gift to them, was from there on in he would supply them with clean drinking water, which was very humbling. But none of the people that took him in and looked after him and cared for him knew his background before they helped him. And what was really fascinating was, across the different journeys that he took, the people who had less gave so much more, which was really interesting. Anyway, please count your blessings today, and as you go to sleep tonight, take your gratitude stone in your hand and say thank you for the very best thing that's happened to you during the day. Namaste and namaskar.